It's time for San Diego's own Approved Home Pro Show, your friends in the home improvement business. Kogo is proud to welcome your hosts, Clint August and Greg Cantor.
You know, homes that are more than 30 years old may not be equipped for modern electrical demands, and that may not be safe for you and your family. We're going to help you take care of that today on the Approved Home Pro Show. Also, if your garage floor has moisture, how do you know? If it does, what can you do about it if you want to have a beautiful garage floor? We're going to go over your options today, and trust me, you want to hear this. And, of course, we have Renovate America, part of the HERO program. Elor Energy is in, and there's a list of common household energy wasters that you really need to know about in your home. Stop wasting that energy. We're going to go over that list and what you can do about that today on the Approved Home Pro Show. Also, another great pro that we have is We Care Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Solar. Bob Briley, the owner there, new to the network, but certainly not new to the network.
Yeah, they are a wonderful contractor. Bob, actually, you'd think he owns the company, but is passionate about it. Is he?
Yeah, he is.
He was there from the founding, but
he has trouble getting his words out, right?
Not really. He's one of the greatest conversationalists. It's hilarious. But you know what? Bob was there when they founded the company. Rusty technically owns it, but he could be Bob sitting in an office somewhere with his feet up on the desk because the company does so well. He has made the choice that he's still in the field on the day-to-day because he loves what he does with air conditioning and plumbing and those things.
And speaking about air conditioning, I mean, it's been so humid, and, you know, inside a house is the same as outside. If you have high humidity, it feels warmer in your house, so you might want to have your system checked out.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? I don't know if anybody else in the room has experienced that this year, but the heat's one thing, but it felt so humid.
In the last month or so, it's absolutely, for me, horrible.
Well, and the humidity can make, you know, a difference. At 73 degrees with high humidity, it feels much warmer.
It really does. And I think that's one of the things when you walk into like a department store or a casino or a theater where it feels so cool, a lot of it is those systems pull the moisture out of the air,
right,
which is what modern HVAC units can do. So call We Care if you want to investigate that, or you just need a repair.
And the number is 619-333-8646. That's 619-333-8646.
That's We Care Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Solar, a pro in our network. And you can always go to ApprovedHomePros.com. Greg Cantor, Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, my good buddy, our resident pro and co-host.
You're my buddy, Clint.
Well, thank you, my man. Here's the thing, though. There's a news story that folks need to know about. Well, I'd call it a news story. Well, you know what it is? It's really a PSA, a public service announcement.
Yes.
That's going on right now.
Well, so we got called and then a resume from somebody that is in the news. I mean, he's got articles written. He was in Arizona and was ripping off people in Arizona. Then he migrated to San Diego, and there's actually a Channel 10 news story about him ripping somebody off on synthetic turf installation.
Is this an unlicensed contractor?
This is an unlicensed contractor that is basically a night crawler preying on people. And, you know, the industry is very busy now, and you just really need to know. That's why Approved Home Pros is here for you.
Right, but he called you for what?
For a job.
And so you did some research like we do here on the show.
So I got his resume, and then my daughter actually looked him up, Googled him, and these articles came up that he's been ripping people off. So he's famous.
In a bad way, right. Infamous. All right, so those are the things you need to look out for. Listen, these are closer to home than you may think. If you didn't do your research, this guy'd be coming from Arizona, and someone right now listening could have used him for their home improvement.
Absolutely.
Okay, so ApprovedHomePros.com. I'm selling it a little bit, Sean. I am. Listen, but I want to every chance I get. I got neighbors asking me all kinds of questions. That's why we're here. Okay, and we have a great pro in the studio this morning. Point Loma Electric, Jamie and Jim Den. How are you this morning?
Oh, we're great. How are you, Clint?
Very well. Great to have you on. Now, today I know we're going to cover homes that are more than 30 years old may not be equipped for modern electrical demands, and there is a possibility that's not safe. Actually, it's probably not safe. But there's even homes that are, say, within 30 years that you may need to check out as well, right, guys?
Right, and I like Jamie's description of electrical system, sort of like your body, right, Jamie?
I like to explain to people that your electrical system is like your circulatory system. Your electrical panel is your heart, and that's where the power comes into your house. And then it has to be distributed through your house, and that's the circuits, and they end where you plug in your appliances.
All right, so let's start with this. If you're in an older home, if someone's listening right now, and you're not sure what the status of your wiring is, I mean, you should have it inspected, correct?
You sure should.
But so how do you do that? How do you inspect wiring throughout your house, and how do you know if you should have it inspected?
Clint, I'm a veteran electrician, and I may sound very technical, so I'm going to let my wife explain this to our customers.
Okay, so we send one of our we send one of our electricians in, and they do a thorough inspection. They begin with looking at the panel, the condition of it, the age of it, the condition of the wires, and then they go through the house and look at a whole lot of different factors. It's a 6-page checklist that they go through.
So you start with the electrical panel. That's where the meter is. That's where all the circuit breakers are. And in the old days, there might be only 2 or 4 circuit breakers in your whole home, right?
That's correct. We see a lot of houses with only 4 circuits in the whole house, and everything is running there with modern appliances that didn't exist when the house was built.
Well, and the common thing I've seen when we've remodeled homes, when we start talking to people, they'll say, well, when I run my washing machine, the circuit breaker trips because it's on the same circuit as all the kitchen appliances. And back in the day, you had maybe a dishwasher, and a gas oven. So
if they had a dishwasher, they might have had a light and a fan and maybe a vacuum cleaner if they were very advanced.
And the small appliances they draw even more energy, and like the small accessories like hair dryers and curling irons, right?
The biggest culprit that we see, and the one that we worry the most about in terms of safety, is space heaters. A lot of people use space heaters or local in-room ACs. They draw a tremendous amount of power, and they can actually overload your circuits really easily.
And would you say that's a common fire hazard?
An extremely common fire hazard. We worry the most with elderly people.
Okay, so what we're talking about right now with Point Loma Electric, Jamie and Jim Dent, is power. We're starting with old homes. If they're 30 years or older, maybe even a little newer than that, they may not be able to handle the modern electrical demands with these devices that we have, with these the things that we have in the home. But power to the house is a big deal. We talked about this before we came on the radio. Power to your house. That's an issue, and how is that an issue?
Well, power to your house is divided in the size of the wire brought in from the utility. If it's not large enough, you can't upgrade your system without the utility upgrading their wires as well. And that can be sometimes rather expensive, but it's very important to be done. It's necessary.
Okay, and you may not even know that's an issue, right? So you've got to have you come out and you've got to inspect it.
You need to have a professional look at it.
And in the old days, what was the normal size meter? 50 amps?
For a house, a freestanding house, usually about 100 amps, usually.
Okay. And now 200 is more common.
200 is extremely common now.
All right, so the first thing you're concerned about is power to the house. All right, so what about distribution of that power? Because I know that, Jamie, you were saying earlier that once you get power to the house, it doesn't distribute properly throughout your house, and that can be an issue.
What I find when I talk to our customers is many people don't make the connection between the fact that the power comes into your house and then it ends, the wire runs through the wall and ends at the plug where you plug your appliances into. And so the power has to get from the box to your outlet. And you want to make sure that you have enough circuits running through your house to support your lifestyle.
And Jim, do you see frequently that there's too many devices on circuits, and that's one of the problems?
Absolutely. Generally, a lighting circuit is good for 1,800 watts, 1,850 watts. A hairdryer alone can be 1,500 watts by itself. Turn on a few lights on the TV and your breaker will trip if your breaker's in good condition.
But that's the thing, too. You also want to make sure your breaker is in good condition, because if your breaker doesn't trip and that overloads, is that where the danger comes in?
Absolutely, because when the breaker doesn't trip, your wire becomes the fuse. It starts to heat up, and that's why we upgrade service panels more often. That's the reason why. The breakers are old and they don't want to trip.
And then here, this comes to mind too, that we didn't talk about when we were setting up for the show today, is grounded systems. There's a lot of homes that don't have grounded outlets, right?
Right. Prior to the 70s, grounding was very rare, except at the service panel.
And that can be dangerous as well.
Can be very dangerous.
All right, if you're just joining us, we're talking with Point Loma Electric, Jamie and Jim Dent. And if your home's more than 30 years old, you need to have your wires inspected, I would say, for the safety of your family. Now, we're also going to talk about the size of those wires when we come back. But what's your number?
Our number is 619-618 619-618-0188.
One more time.
619-618-0188.
And you can get out and give that inspection?
We'd love to come out and give the inspection. We have a special for approved home pros and San Diego customers. It's $129 for a home electrical safety checkup, which is normally $395.
Wow.
Worth every penny.
Absolutely. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Ace Hardware Project of the Week. We've got Harry Schwartz from the downtown Ace Hardware location on the line. Good morning, Harry. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good, thanks.
All right. Well, I'm excited because I am so bad at this. We need to talk about getting organized.
Yes, Clint, I know you've been there, right? You get ready to start a household maintenance project, and you can't find your tools, can't find repair products you already have, and can't find the right washers, and, of course, your nuts.
Yes, even I've been there, and today's a good day to start organizing your tools and parts. Your neighborhood Ace Hardware store has a variety of products that are great ways to organize. In the tool department at every Ace Hardware, you'll find a variety of toolboxes to hold your basic tools, as well as plastic parts organizers that have drawers and customizable compartments. There's also a new Craftsman Parachute tote bag, which is great for storage and for carrying parts to your project. But there are also some items in our housewares department that I find very useful for getting my garage organized. Clear storage totes ranging in size from shoebox to 18-gallon are all excellent for garage organization. And the 18-gallon clear tote is just $5.99 for Ace Rewards members this month.
And don't forget to pick up a roll of white duct tape and a wide Sharpie to mark your totes once you have your tools and repair parts separated.
That's a good point, Greg. And a great way to keep your small parts, nuts, and bolts organized is to use canning jars. Canning jars are available in various sizes and even colors, and are stocked year-round at your neighborhood Ace Hardware store.
Okay, I know my wife is listening right now, and she's going, get to Ace Hardware, Clint, get there, because I'm so unorganized. Harry, this information for me is magical.
Perfect.
Thank you. Yes.
I hope it works.
I'm sure it will. And get organized today with help from your neighbors at Ace Hardware. I know I'm gonna. It's gonna make your repair project tomorrow much easier on you and the family. And that is gonna do it for the Ace Hardware Project of the Week. Harry Schwartz from the downtown Ace Hardware location. You can always learn more at sdacehardware.com.
San Diego has hard water that clogs our plumbing and appliances, causing damage, discomfort, and extra expense. Our water looks cloudy, is bad tasting, and can smell foul. The solution is a Hague Quality Water Whole House Filtration System. Hague Quality Water Filtration Systems are customized to your specific water deficiencies and needs. Call Hague Quality Water today at 619-202-5363. Again, that's 619-202-5363. Since 1984, Simi Trim has been San Diego's one-stop shop for entry doors, interior doors, and all finish work, including crown molding, baseboards, and more. If you want an entry to impress, call Simi Trim for your free estimate at 619-500-9480.
Hi, it's Clint and Greg from Approved Home Pros.
If you've been listening to our show for any length of time, you know we are all huge fans of Rockler Woodworking and Hardware.
Yeah, the whole show went there not too long ago, and we all learned some basic woodworking skills, and I think I've got a new hobby.
Absolutely. This is really what Rockler is all about. From expert to first-time woodworker, the Rockler team has all the products and advice you could ever need.
Let's tell them where Rockler's located, Greg.
They're located at 8199 Claremont Mesa Boulevard, just west of the 163, or visit them online at rockler.com.
Contract Carpet knows that no single furnishing sets the decorating tone in your home like exceptional flooring. Just ask their loyal customers, who for over 27 years have experienced family-owned and operated Contract Carpet's personalized, attentive service. Plus, the most affordable prices and the widest selection. From beautiful carpet to elegant wood floors to tile, vinyl, and custom window treatments, Contract Carpet is the call to make. 858-451-9717. 858-451-9717. Or visit contractcarpet.com.
Let's kick it off! Your shot at a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival now. Text the keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's LUCKY to 200-200.
News Radio 600 Kogo.
If you're looking for approved home pros, you're in the right place. This is the Approved Home Pro Show.
You know, I trusted my yard to Sin Lawn, and so should you. Let me tell you, synthetic turf, it has made a huge difference in my life, not just for saving water, and not just the looks. It does look amazing. I've had several neighbors actually walk up to me and say, oh, you mowed your lawn really nicely. And I said, no, it's not mowed. That's not real.
And
It's
you weeded it
synthetic."
too, right?
Right. Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. Sin Lawn, they did my front and my backyard. But some of the things I never even thought about was my dog Badger. He never was outside. He would always just come inside all day long. I thought, why doesn't he like to be in our backyard? Well, to be honest, I don't know what the answer is, but since we got synthetic turf through Sin Lawn, he's out there probably about 18 out of 24 hours a day. My kids now go in the backyard and they play. And let me tell you something. Yes, it does provide great curb appeal. And let's remember, as I said a little bit earlier, you want to think about the water that you're saving. And I don't have to mow it or weed whack anymore. It's so simple. It saves time. I get more time to enjoy my yard instead of maintaining it. And you've got to call them. 619-500-9466. Tell them Clint sent you, the Approved Home Pros. 619-500-9466. Or visit the Sin Lawn showroom at 9323 Activity Road, where you're going to find every single turf option installed. And they're on display for you to choose from so you can actually see, touch, and feel them. Call Sin Lawn today like I did. It's going to change your life. I promise you that. I know it sounds, like I'm making it a bigger deal than it is, but it really has had a huge impact on me and my home. Okay, we are talking with Point Loma Electric, going over the dangers of having a house that's more than 30 years old, and it may not be equipped for these modern electrical demands, and that's not safe. So we're talking about, the power to the house and why these old wires are dangerous, right? And why you need to have an inspection to take care of that. But Greg, I know you want to talk about what goes into that inspection.
Yes, I'm curious to know when someone calls you to come out and inspect their home, their old home, what do you do? Where do you start, and what does the inspection look like?
Well, we send a technician out to your house. He explains the procedure to the customer. He's going to look in the panel. He's going to open the panel, check the breakers, look at the age of the panel, determine whether it's in good condition. He's going to look at the bus to see if there's any deterioration. And then he'll write up a report on the panel, then go inside and open up an outlet in each room, look at the wires, see how the devices are connected, preferably the wires pigtailed together so the power is continuous without using the device through the stab lock holes in the back.
Hold on. So when you say pigtailed together, are those little end cap nuts, those wing nuts?
They're called wire nuts. And
Thank you.
Yes, we splice the wires together first, then tail off to the device instead of using the device to connect the wires together.
Now, guys, I have a question. Back in a condo that I used to own, when I looked in an electrical outlet, a box, there was bare wire showing below those wire nuts. That's not supposed to be that way, correct?
No, that's your ground wire. That's correct.
That is okay.
That is okay.
Okay. But you know what? That just goes to show a guy like me shouldn't be doing that. It should be someone like you.
And we shouldn't get too technical. The bottom line is, how many years have you been in business?
I've been in business since 1988.
So many years of experience, you know the codes, you're going to go into a house, do a comprehensive inspection, and that this takes several hours, right?
Several hours, depending on the size of the home.
And then you'll make recommendations on the repairs.
We write up a full report. We have already pre-printed documents that we check off the list, and we email it to the customer right there on site.
So are there often times that you'll go out there and see somebody that may not need anything, but it's just gives them peace of mind when you do the inspection?
Very frequently, actually. The purpose of this is to give people peace of mind, and I would say that probably 30 to 50% of the time, our electricians find that the wiring is actually in adequate condition.
That's great. For me personally, that investment for peace of mind would be well worth it, and that was, especially if you don't know what's the history of that home, right? Most people have no idea, if they bought a home that wasn't brand new, what the history of that home is, and if that foundational thing is
exactly. And a company like Point Loma Electric knows what to look for, and you know the codes. You get the permits if there's a panel upgrade, which is really important because you're working with the power company and the city, and that all has to come together. It has to be scheduled properly and executed properly.
You know, you can't believe how many unpermitted panels we see and how much of our work is redoing work done by other electricians, usually when people just kind of hired somebody off the street.
So just because your house looks nice, it's got a nice coat of paint, right? And it's beautiful on the outside, it doesn't mean it's okay on the inside.
Right. And it's really important, too, now with panel upgrades. There's strict codes about gas meters and electrical panels, and so that's why you got to do it right.
It's so important.
Yeah, I really walked away today when we were talking earlier that the concept of when these homes were designed, it was not at all with an iPhone in mind, with
electric
a Tesla
car.
They thought of a toaster is what they thought.
Microwaves.
Yes.
LED TVs,
Electronics.
computers,
Yeah.
space heaters, air conditioning.
All of those
Irons.
things. I mean, back then, though, like you said, I think you said a toaster was a high-tech item.
Toaster, yeah.
And now without thinking about it, we're plugging all of those demands into these homes. So at least look and see what's going on with the home and with the inspection.
All right. Yeah, I know you guys have an offer here, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But think about this: if you're listening to this and you're thinking, "Oh, there's no problem at all. My circuit never trips," you might have a problem with your circuit breaker. So you might want to have Point Loma Electric come out. They've got a great offer going on for our listeners right now through the Approved Home Pro Show.
Yep. Thank you so much, Clint. Our offer is $129 for a comprehensive safety checkup. It's normally $395, and for our customers who are concerned about safety, it's only $129. Some restrictions apply.
$129. Give us that number again.
619-618-0188.
And just because I like your voice, one last time.
619-618-0188.
All right. Jamie and Jim Dent, thank you so much, Point Loma Electric. We appreciate your time. All right. And if you have questions, as always, 855-840-APRO, 24 hours a day. Now, Perkins Custom Coatings, we've got Paul, and how are you?
Good.
Good. Now, Greg, we were talking about this off the air. This Spartaflex, and we're going to talk about what you do with Spartaflex and how great it can make your garage floor look and how durable this product is. It's absolutely insanely amazing. Like that, I pump it up like that. But there are times maybe you have moisture in your floor that you need a different application. So let's start with Spartaflex, what it is and what you can do for someone with their garage floor before we get into moisture in the floor.
Yeah, Spartaflex is what we call an advanced coating. Epoxies have been traditionally associated with garage floor coatings for years and years, and that technology is about 60 years old. And so for many years, it was really the only game in town. But polyaspartics were invented in about 2000. That's what Spartaflex is made from, and we use that product, and we're much happier using it. Our customers are happier. It's a much more durable product. It doesn't yellow, doesn't scratch and stain. From a typical homeowner's point of view, the big benefit of Spartaflex over epoxy is the resistance to hot tire problems. So stains from hot tires on your epoxy floor, hot tire pickup where your hot tires on your car will actually melt and rip the epoxy right off your floor. Those things are not going to happen with Spartaflex. It's a much more advanced material.
And so a critical part of either epoxy or Spartaflex is moisture. And I know that that's part of what you do is evaluate the existing conditions so that you can recommend the best application. What do you do, and what's the issue with moisture in a slab?
That's a great question. In 2005 and 6, the building codes changed. We've talked a lot about building codes already today. In our world, that's the critical pivot point, because any house built before 2005 and 6 doesn't have a vapor barrier. Or I should say rarely, very rarely has a vapor barrier. And that vapor barrier was added in the 2006 revision, and that protects the home from moisture from underneath the house. And when I walk into a house to meet a homeowner, the first thing I do is to assess the moisture levels in the slab. Absolutely critical. If you've got certain levels of moisture and lower than the critical levels, we can put down a floor coating and very successfully and give a homeowner really an extraordinary warranty. But there are cases where the moisture levels are just too high, and generally speaking, those cases happen with the older homes. So
and that's like 10 to 15% of the time, you said, right?
I would say that I actually run across higher levels of moisture more often than that, but there are times when I'll actually walk into a house and see moisture levels so high that I will recommend we actually can't put a coating down.
Well, the good news is that you're telling people this.
Right, because a lot of companies would come in and just slam a coating down and not even bother to check for moisture, right?
That's exactly right. And that's one of the things that I've kind of prided myself on over the years is I'm going to tell people exactly what I would want to hear if I was in their
After the break, we want to talk about the solutions.
Yes, we want to come up with the options if you have moisture in your floor. Perkins Custom Coatings. Real quick, What is your phone number?
619-333-8783.
And you've got an offer?
Yes, $100 off any installation over $1,000.
Your phone number one more time?
619-333-8783.
We're going to go over your options if you have moisture in your floor with Perkins Custom Coatings in just a minute.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. President Trump at the commissioning ceremony for the USS Gerald Ford in Norfolk, Virginia.
American steel and American hands have constructed a 100,000-ton message to the world. America might is second to none.
Also calling on Congress to approve higher military spending. This morning on Twitter, he called on Republican senators to repeal and replace Obamacare, the GOP health care proposal getting pushback in the Democratic weekly address from Senator Patty Murray.
They don't care about the fact that families' premiums would skyrocket. They don't care about the tens of millions of people who would be kicked off of coverage.
The president in the GOP address talking about Made in America Week. Fox News, we report, you decide.
From the San Diego Honda Dealers Traffic Center, this report brought to you by True Car. Well, we just heard from our very own Mike Hancock. He's downtown there near the Convention Center and Comic-Con. He said traffic's starting to build up a little bit, but not too bad yet. Do keep in mind, though, lots and lots of folks are heading down that way. So if you're not attending, then you want to avoid that area. Also on the southbound 5 near Mission, an accident clearing off the right shoulder. Another crash north 805 right at the 8. Vehicle up the embankment on the far right side. Hey, you know, with True Car, you can see what others paid for the car you want, so you can recognize a great deal. True Car users on average save over $3,000 off MSRP. For newer used cars, visit True Car for a more confident car buying experience. I'm John Monty with your next Kogo News Center real-time update at 10 o'clock.
There's only one place to turn when you have wood damage, and that's Best Rate Repair. The Best Rate Repair experts work wonders with deck and patio repair, termite damage, and structural wood damage. Call Best Rate Repair today at 619-407-9097. Plus, save up to $500 when you mention Approved Home Pros. Best quality, best service, best rate.
Something massive has happened to the iHeartRadio app. We listen to your ideas and suggestions. Everything you had to tell us about how we could improve your listening experience. And the result is the newly designed iHeartRadio app. It's not an update, but a complete upgrade. With one goal in mind, getting you closer to the music you love.
Hey, this is Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue on iHeartRadio.
Download and open the new iHeartRadio app today.
Everything you own, everything you cherish is under your roof. Smart San Diego homeowners protect their roof and their home by calling Topline Roofing for a no-cost roofing evaluation. Since 1991, Topline Roofing has been providing honest, professional roofing services to the San Diego community. Topline Roofing takes pride in their training and certifications from the nation's best roofing manufacturers and industry associations. Call Topline Roofing today to schedule your roof evaluation at 858-905-5903 or visit ApprovedHomePros.com/topline.
Fraser Decks and Patio Covers is San Diego's premier outdoor living specialist for composite or hardwood decks and wood and Aluma wood patio covers. We know your home is important to you, and it's important to us too. Call 760-205-1877 and get $250 off. Some restrictions apply.
It's time to talk about more furniture for less. At the show, we're excited about the new Stanley Furniture Gallery located at the More Furniture Miramar location. Stanley is heirloom quality furniture at great More prices. Amazing design and construction, you must see it. Also, don't forget the Sleepmore Sleep Centers. They have mattresses at great prices with expert guidance to find just the right mattress for you. More Furniture for Less is the only furniture store recommended by the Approved Home Pro Show. Head to any of the 4 area More Furniture locations, including El Cajon, Miramar Road, San Marcos, and South Bay.
You know Milholland as San Diego's most trusted name in solar and electric. Well, now you can turn to the Milholland team for your roofing needs with the same confidence they have earned over the past 25 years of service to San Diego. The Milholland name stands for quality, service, and strict attention to detail. Don't trust your roof to any less than the best. Call Milholland Solar, Electric, and Roofing today, 619-320-7373, or go to milhollandsolar.com. That's MIL, hollandsolar.com.
iHeartRadio is the easy-to-use app for music and radio. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
You're listening to the Approved Home Pro Show, your friends in the home improvement business.
Perkins Custom Coatings. We've got Paul in studio talking about Spartaflex and how that's mainly what you do there is Spartaflex. It's a phenomenal coating you can put on your floor that has years and years of endurance, and it looks just absolutely fantastic in your garage. But as you said, Paul, that there are some homes in San Diego that have a moisture issue. Now, when you come in, you will assess that. You'll find out whether or not they can have a Spartaflex coating on the floor. And if they cannot have it because of moisture, you have options.
Great. Yeah, again, it's the homes that generally are older than, say, the 2005-6 era. And that's the first thing we do when we go to visit a house is to make that assessment. And we'll actually walk around the garage. I have a meter that I can measure 30, 40 different locations within the garage in just a couple of minutes. And that is very important. There are lots of approved testing methods. This one happens to be non-destructive, non-invasive, very quick, and very accurate.
Wait, I have a question. I'm sorry. Go real quick.
That's okay.
Non-destructive, meaning sometimes there are tests that have to be done by other companies or whatever that you have to breach the ground or something.
Yeah.
Yours do not.
You actually have to drill into the concrete. You have to remove a little bit of the concrete in some other cases. This is a very what I call a rough order of magnitude test, where it determines whether or not we have a problem, and then I can, using my experience, I can either help identify where the moisture might be coming from. In some cases, it might be a leak. Maybe irrigation outside the house, maybe a runoff from the roof during the rainy season. Lots of reasons why moisture can get under a house, but if once we determine it's there, we have to assess whether or not it's high. It's too high where we can't put a coating down, or if it's low enough where we can. And that's probably the most important thing I do when I go to visit a home.
And so if you determine there's a moisture issue that can't be corrected, it's not a leak or drainage problem that can be corrected, then you move on and say, okay, Spartaflex is not the right fit. There's 3 other solutions you have, right? The first one being polishing and sealing.
Yeah, we especially with some of the older homes, Greg, I'm sure you've seen this. If you expose a little bit of aggregate in the concrete, it has a tremendous amount of character, very attractive finish. And I've seen some of the floors that we've done look just spectacular. And we use a combination of different what we call mechanical surface prep methods, shot blasting, grinding, and to expose a little bit of the aggregate and then polish the concrete and then put a clear polyurethane sealer on top. It's a very durable material. It lasts usually 5 to 10 years, depending upon how often you clean it and what you're doing with it. But it's can be a little bit more expensive than a floor coating like Spartaflex, but for someone that doesn't have a lot of options available to them for coatings,
that's a good one.
It's a great option.
And Clint, so hopefully your garage can accept Spartaflex, but if it can't, this polishing and sealing method, it looks really cool, and I know you would like it.
Oh, I get excited every single time because I've got a man cave and the floor looks terrible. But I will be talking to you. We've said this before. All right, so you're not doing Spartaflex. Then you have the other option that you just talked about. What's the next option that folks have if they can't do Spartaflex?
Yeah, so another good question. So if we also can stain the floor using that same surface prep method, where we're going to expose a little bit of the aggregate, and then we can stain. And seal the floor. That is also an option. Again, a little bit more involved than say sealing it, but a very attractive finish. And also, what I like about staining is that sometimes with staining you can hide some of the visual imperfections in the concrete. So, for example, maybe there's some discoloration in the concrete that may not be real attractive, and you don't want to accentuate it when you seal it, polish it, and seal it. By staining it, you can tone it down a little bit, maybe make it less visible, and it's a real attractive option.
And Clint, a point I want to make is if you have a moisture problem and you have to go to one of these other methods, which are a little bit more expensive, it's still probably a tenth of the cost of breaking out your whole entire slab and repouring it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely. And listen, again, we're talking about how attractive this can be. We're talking with Perkins Custom Coatings. We got an offer in just a second we're going to tell you about with a phone number where Paul can actually come and assess your garage floor, tell you what your options are. But there's one more, and it's Swiss Tracks.
Yeah,
sounds like cheese, but
It
what are we
sounds
talking
like
about?
an exercise machine or
It
something
kind of
like
does,
that.
right? Get on Swiss Tracks. Come on. So what are Swiss Tracks?
So, when I first got into the business, when there were times when I didn't have an option like Swiss Tracks, and I would have to tell folks, I'm sorry, if they didn't want to stain or polish and seal their floor, I would just say, I'm sorry, there's nothing else I can do to help you. But we became involved with Swiss Tracks a few years ago. It's a product it's an interlocking tile, plastic tile, very, very hard, very durable, real attractive. It has dozens of colors where you can kind of make a pattern on the floor.
Textures too, right?
Textures, finishes. The thing I like about them is that the actual Swiss Tracks material floats on top of the concrete. It allows the moisture within the slab to escape. So we're not trapping the moisture inside the slab, which is what coatings do. And so it gives, and it's a more economical solution for a homeowner than, say, polishing and staining.
And it's durable, and for a garage, if you like to work on cars or whatever, it's practical, right?
Yeah, if you go to the Swiss Tracks website and look at some of the colors and finishes that they've done there, they're spectacular. A lot of them are checkerboard or maybe a racetrack look finish. It's a very, very attractive option.
Okay, so if you want to call Perkins Custom Coatings, we got the number here for you in just a second. We've also got an offer for you through the Approved Home Pros. It's either Spartaflex, you've got your polish and seal the floor, you can stain the floor, you've got Swiss Tracks. He has the answer for you for a beautiful garage floor. What is your phone number?
619-333-8783.
What's your offer?
It's $100 off any purchase over $1,000.
$100 off any purchase over $1,000, and your number one more time to come out and check out your garage floor, which you can do no problem.
Yep. It's 619-333-8783.
And an estimate's free, right?
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I got to call him, Greg. I really do.
Yes, you do.
All right. Now we have our hero highlight today through Renovate America. Elor Energy's in studio. Guy and Sean, how are you today?
Very good. Thank you. How are you?
First of all, where are you from, Guy?
I'm from Israel.
God, I love the accent. I just love it.
That's where my son is right now.
Oh, very cool.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Okay, well, listen, I'd love to talk about another show about that because that is just amazing to me. But listen, the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors, they've got a great list of common household energy wasters. And today, that's what we're running through. We're running through that list with Guy from Elor Energy and Sean. We're going to talk about this. So, Greg, where do we start with this? What might be the most, the biggest culprit?
So there's an International Association of Certified Home Inspectors, and they created a list of the highest energy users, and topping the list is HVAC, heating and air conditioning, right, Guy?
Absolutely. And one of the things that I kind of want to tell the homeowners today, many homeowners are looking at air conditioning and what should I do first, and should I replace it? Is it the old air conditioning? Is it working, not working? Elor basically have a way to assess the home and see what's you really need, what's the condition of the home, what's the energy loss that you pretty much have through the windows, to the exterior coating of the home, through the doors, and pretty much to give you the right assessment of the home and what basically need to be replaced first.
Okay, so you want to make sure that you look at all of the energy wasters first, and then you can hone down the list of the things you need to do from there. Starting with the AC, of course, because we don't want to just not run the AC, but we're going to go over some other common energy wasters in your home in just a minute with Elor Energy, and this is our hero highlight through Renovate America. We'll be right back.
There are so many stars at the convention center right now, it's like we're the center of the universe.
I can't wait to show you my toys.
Have you seen what's happening out there?
Welcome to San Diego Comic-Con fans from News Radio 600, Kogo.
Did you know your ugly, cracked, stained, embarrassing driveway, patio, or walkway can actually earn you money? I'm Larry Green, CEO of System Pavers, America's #1 designer and installer of elegant outdoor living systems. This season, love your home again and turn your old hardscapes into big savings with our free demolition and instant cash recycling credit. Call System Pavers today at 619-312-6760, and you'll save like never before, because we'll demolish and remove your old ugly concrete or asphalt for free and give you an instant recycling cash credit towards our beautiful interlocking pavers, SP leafy turf, custom-built in barbecues, fire pits, and wonderful outdoor lighting. This could add up to hundreds, even thousands in savings, but you must call now, 619-312-6760. Don't wait, 619-312-6760, 619-312-6760, or systempavers.com.
All orders must be placed by July 31st, and project installation must commence within 30 days of sale. Contractor's license 661575.
Hi, I'm Matt Mozzie, president of Mozzie Heating and Air. You and your family deserve comfort. Nothing can disturb that comfort more than it being too hot or too cold. Let me and my team at Mozzie Heating and Air help you with any heating or cooling need. For over 40 years, Mozzie has been providing homeowners like you fast service and comfort for a family budget. We always provide you upfront pricing, so there are never surprises. Mozzie, your trusted partner. Reach us at 855-840-APRO or go to mozzieair.com. That's MAUZYAIR.com.
License number 759171.
This is Sue Fries, the termite lady. At Ecola, we get it. You want your termite problem solved with a minimum hassle to your lifestyle. With our full range of alternative and traditional termite treatments, our expert technicians can develop a solution that will meet your specific needs. We have been serving homeowners for over 30 years. Ecola, powerful termite and pest control, as gentle as a butterfly, and mother approved. For a free estimate, call 800-332-BUGS. That's 800-332-BUGS, or go to termitelady.com.
There's solar, and then there's smarter solar. At Jmar Power Systems, they make solar smarter. And at Jmar Power Systems, they bring substantial savings to your energy bills. This means more money in your pocket, and you can get your new system installed with zero down and low monthly payments. Hey, that means more money in your pocket. Hey, guess what? The sooner you talk to Jmar Power Systems, the sooner you'll start saving money. Visit freesolarquote.com or call them at 619-333-8662.
This is Greg Cantor. At Murray Lampert Design Build Remodel, we're different. As one of the oldest local home improvement firms in San Diego, it's very important to me to hear what our clients have to say. My philosophy is there's always room for improvement. That's why I visit our completed projects to listen. Reputation matters, and we've been building ours for over 40 years. So to schedule an in-home consultation with the Design Pro, visit murraylampert.com. Murray Lampert Design Build Remodel, improving San Diego homes since 1975.
License number 458038.
The Approved Home Pro Show is proud to be presented in part by Cross Country Mortgage Incorporated. Cross Country Mortgage has helped members of the Approved Home Pro team with our own mortgage needs, and the experience has been stellar, so we recommend them with confidence. The local Cross Country Mortgage team can give you the advantage you need in a competitive housing market with their fast-track credit approval. They've been helping clients just like you get the right home financing solutions for their unique needs. So Cross Country Mortgage knows what it takes to make your homeownership dreams come to life. Cross Country Mortgage, the only mortgage company recommended by approved home pros. Call Cross Country Mortgage today at 619-210-0157 or go to approvedhomepros.com/crosscountry.
All loans subject to underwriting approval. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details. Equal Housing Opportunity. Cross Country Mortgage Inc. NMLS 3029. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Licensed by the Department of Business Oversight under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Branch address 3655 Nobel Drive, Suite 300, San Diego, California 92122. Branch NMLS 1472253.
San Diego weather. Well, today, a little patchy fog here and there this morning, but otherwise cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing. We should have a high near 80 degrees along that coastline today and mid-80s for the inland areas. This report brought to you by Lexus Carlsbad and Lexus Escondido.
News Radio 600, Kogo.
Welcome back to the Approved Home Pro Show, San Diego's most trusted home improvement resource.
Our hero highlight through Renovate America. We're talking with Guy and Sean, Elor Energy, about the biggest common household energy wasters in your home. Now, Greg, we were talking about the HVAC in your home, right? So, I mean, we don't want to just not use the AC. We're going to get into that question in just a second. That was what I call a tease on the radio.
Good job, Clint.
Thompson Building Materials, Greg.
Well, so I wanted to talk about Thompson. I mean, on the air, we talk about them all the time, but I'm surprised at how many people are unaware of this hidden gem that's just a few miles from downtown San Diego, an amazing indoor-outdoor showroom. It's a great place to go to get ideas, get information, Whether you have a builder or architect, or you just want to go in and get ideas for indoor and outdoor spaces, that's Thompson Building Materials. You can find them online at thompsonbldg.com San Diego, or their phone number is 619-287-9410. That's 619-287-9410.
All right, Thompson Building Materials, 5 miles out of downtown off the 94 freeway. We have Elor Energy, and as I said, through Renovate America. Now, we are tackling these common energy issues and the big wasters in our home, talking about HVAC. But listen, if you're at home, it's thinking, I got to run my AC. What are my options? What do I do here?
That's a very good question, Clint. And one of the things that I see homeowners get confused and they run really fast to get, the estimate and replace the AC. One of the things that Elor specialize, we actually send a technician that check the ducting work. It's a Title 24 test, that it's the test by the state of California regarding energy efficient in the home. And to make sure, first of all, that your ducting is right. Do you get enough pressure? Is the venting on the wall? Do you have the old vents, or do you have the new vents that actually will distribute the air much better in the room, and you're going to get a better efficiency from it?
And it's surprising how back in the day when they did systems, the ducting was not nearly, the technology was not as good as it is now, and they used duct tape, which really isn't meant for ducts, and that there's so much leakage. Most homeowners would be really surprised at how much leakage they're getting in their ducts.
That's an amazing question. You would be surprised how many times we go to homes and assess, and then we find out in the attic, the mice pretty much, got into the duct, and now you have a big breach of loss, and now you're thinking, I need a brand new air conditioning. You don't really need a brand new air conditioning. Maybe just change the ducting, and that will work good. And then somebody come and replace your air conditioning, and you don't get pretty much the right result. So we first of all go and assess the system that you have right now, what type of pressure you have from the ducting that you have right now, what type of distribution the home have, and then we see if we do need air conditioning or if we don't need air conditioning.
What you're saying makes a lot of sense to me, but I want to make sure that I'm hearing it right. Greg, the number one thing on the list for energy wasting was HVAC. What I'm hearing, and I've heard it before, and I think it's true, is the HVAC is not in isolation. It's part of the bigger system.
Right.
Right, where if your HVAC bill is, or your energy bill is too high and you think it's the HVAC, you've got to address that in context of the whole home, correct?
Right. You have to address the building envelope as well. So if your system is okay, maybe you just need ducts to be sealed, but your home is leaking, or it's not insulated, or you have really old doors and windows, you want to address that too, because that cuts down on usage.
Exactly. And one of the things, to give a little bit of advanced explanation about that, Elor Energy is a manufacturer direct that we work with basically top Fortune 500 companies in the United States of America that they basically have a development and research system about energy efficient and get the best production. So one of the big assessments that I see is, first of all, do we need new windows? If there is a huge air leak through the windows right now, and I'm thinking about my air conditioning or my electrical bill, many of the times when we replace the windows and the homeowner get the great appeal of having a brand new windows, the double pane, the energy efficient, the great saving, it doesn't necessarily need now a brand new air conditioning because it lowered the temperature in the house by 40-50%.
Just through the windows and doors.
Just through the windows and door itself. Now, talking about doors, and I want to talk about the back doors and the side doors and the garage doors, you check those first of all and the air infiltration that you got through those, and then look at the rest of the things. And the same again goes to the coating and the roofing and the insulation.
Well, when you say coating, you mean the exterior coating on the walls?
Absolutely. The outside exterior coating of the walls, which is basically never paint again. So many homeowners I see, doing that paint job that, if you guys know, since 1978, they took the lead out of the paint. So today you have, the paint is very, very, weak, and it doesn't.
So for insulation, or to make the building tighter, you can insulate the walls. Or if you don't insulate, you can do a coating instead, and it serves the same purpose, right?
Absolutely. The coating is 35 times thicker than regular paint. It's have a heat reflective tint into it, which basically reflect the heat back from the outside from the UV rays that come from the sun. Many cases, you would go into a home and you would see that the temperature dramatically changed by just changing the windows and the outside exterior. And obviously, now the temperature is, the comfort of living is unbelievable change.
And then another big upgrade that's really popular right now is changing out your tank type water heater to a tankless unit, right?
Absolutely. The tankless water heater, they're a really great product. First of all, they save a lot of space. Many of our homeowners, they love the part that they can be outside and outside on the exterior wall of the home, so you get extra uses of your garage and stuff like that. Of course, they work much more efficient and faster. Actually, even every 7 seconds, they get a full of 130 gallons of water to be heated, so that's pretty cool.
The fact that there's so many, when you look at the list that we had up there, that the HVAC is so much tied into so many other areas, and then looking at the rest of the list, it strikes me how the whole home approach and the whole home context is so important. And so people can go online and take a look at where we're basing a lot of this stuff off. It's approvedhomepros.com/energy. And Greg, number 2 was the tankless water heater. You mentioned that, and there's a lot of other benefits to it. And then there's some other things that the homeowner can do kind of themselves to reduce the energy.
Right.
So incandescent bulbs, replacing LED lights was one. Efficient Energy Star appliances or efficient appliances was the other. If you look at the rest of the list, they're almost all the things that we started around the AC with. Right, so it's the doors, the windows, the insulation, all of those.
Cool roof is probably on the list.
All of that stuff fits into that one central thing, which is the home envelope, and then the last thing on the list is solar. And so I love how this all fits together.
Well, and to your point, from Elor Energy through Renovate America, again, our hero highlight. We're going to get your number here in just a second, by the way. But to your point is, in the end, by doing all of these things, that will determine whether or not you even need solar or the size of your solar system.
Absolutely correct, because many of the times by doing the windows and the exterior coating and changing the cool roofing and adding the insulation, you dramatically reduce your SDG&E bill, and now you from a $200 bill, you're going to be on a $100 bill. Do you really need solar? I mean, are you going to get the return on the investment by adding solar to your house? So changing some of those things, first of all, will get you the curb appeal, will get you the great look to the house, will get you the energy efficient and the great saving, and then you can really assess if you do need solar or you don't need solar and go from there pretty much.
So it comes down to really doing an assessment and figuring out what the best upgrades to do and get the most benefit out of it and lower your bill. And that doesn't mean you have to do solar.
Exactly. Not that you jump green, excited, and solar and air conditioning. Is really to look through the list and see what's the most important things, what's the prioritized, how do I get the most out of my investment, and basically go through that list step by step and make sure that you accomplish it the right way and get the most energy efficient out of your home by replacing some of those windows, first of all, the exterior coating, the entry doors, and go from there.
And this entire list that we're talking about of energy wasters in your home and what you can do about it is on approvedhomepros.com/energy. Okay, so know that. You can go there, and you can also find other top local home pros. But through Renovate America, they're the company behind the Hero program. We brought Elor Energy into the studio to talk about this and the things you should be looking for and your solutions. What's a phone number for you?
Phone number is 619-357-6041.
One more time?
619-357-6041, Elor Energy.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming in. And you know what? Sean, you didn't say anything, but it was nice having you in.
Thank you very much.
You're a good-looking man.
I can't compete with that.
Well, all he has to do is talk and ratings improve. I love it. From Israel, that's so fantastic. I have 100 questions for you after the show.
You can't compete with the boss.
All right. Now, Heather's going to kill me right now, but I have to ask really quickly. Tomorrow on TV on Channel 10, right?
At
ABC?
11 o'clock.
Okay. I had to call her in here, but I just want to hear you say it on the air.
It's on at 11 o'clock tomorrow on Channel 10.
That is ABC Channel 10. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. You can go to approvedhomepros.com for any home improvement need that you have. Guys, thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your weekend.
makes a kitchen look more spectacular than brand new cabinetry. If you want to transform the look of your home, the Approved Home Pro Team recommends Reborn Cabinets. Since 1983, Reborn Cabinets has provided the finest in custom cabinets, cabinet refacing, remodeling, and even bathroom solutions. Nothing makes a bigger impact than a new kitchen, and no one does it like Reborn Cabinets. So call today for your free consultation at 619-431-0073. That's 619-431-0073.
May the news be with you. This is KOGO and KMYI HD2 San Diego. Live, local, breaking.
In the KOGO News Center, I'm Phil Farrar. A full day 3 of Comic-Con, and so far, a hit with Paige, who just had to come.
All the costs